It was supposed to be an ordinary night. A cold autumn evening in a small town on the outskirts of Pennsylvania, where the trees stood like dark skeletons and the streets emptied long before midnight. I was new in America back then, renting a small, creaky wooden house that looked like it had been abandoned for decades. I remember the silence, that night so heavy it pressed against my ears. The wind scraped the walls, carrying with it the faint rustle of dead leaves. I had just finished dinner when the lights flickered once, twice, and then steadied. I laughed nervously, brushing it off as an old wiring problem. But deep down, something inside me shifted. Around 11:47 p.m., I heard the first knock. It wasn't a polite tap. It was slow, heavy. 3 dull thuds against the door. Thump, thump, thump. I froze. My neighbors were miles away. Nobody ever came this late. My phone showed no messages, no calls. I swallowed hard and whispered to myself, "Don't open it." But the knocking came again, this time louder. Thump. Thump, thump. I crept toward the door, my feet dragging across the old wooden floor that groaned beneath me. When I peeked through the peephole, my blood turned to ice. There was no one there, just the empty porch, bathed in the pale yellow light of the flickering lamp. I stepped back, trembling, and that's when I heard it, the sound of footsteps inside the house. Slow, careful, moving across the upstairs hallway. My throat tightened. I hadn't been upstairs all day. No one lived with me. Every instinct screamed to run, but my legs felt heavy, nailed to the ground. The footsteps stopped. Silence again. I grabbed the nearest thing I could, a rusty kitchen knife, and whispered, "Hello." "Who's there?" No answer. Then, from upstairs, came a whisper. Not a voice I recognized. Not male, not female. Just a stretched, broken whisper that seemed to seep through the walls. "Ymir." My heart hammered so loud I thought it would burst. I wanted to scream, but fear strangled my voice. The lights flickered again. The whisper grew closer, sliding down the stairs, crawling through the air like smoke. ... Closer, closer. I stumbled backward, dropping the knife. The door rattled violently as if someone outside was now trying to break in. The glass shook, the wood moaned, but when I looked again, the porch was empty. Suddenly, a shadow darted across the living room wall. Tall, twisted, wrong. And then, a face appeared in the window. Not human. White, stretched skin, hollow eyes that sank deep into darkness. Its grin was too wide, teeth too sharp. It didn't move its lips, yet I heard it whisper again inside my head this time. "Ron," but I couldn't. My legs betrayed me. The next moment, the lights went out completely. I was swallowed by absolute darkness, and in that darkness, the whisper turned into laughter. Low at first, then rising, echoing all around me, until I couldn't tell if it was inside the house, outside, or crawling through my very bones. The last thing I remember was the icy breath on the back of my neck, hot and cold at the same time, and a hand, thin and bony, brushing against my shoulder. I screamed. And then everything went black. When you woke up, it was morning. The lights were working again. The house was empty. The door was locked, but on the wooden floor, scratched deep into the planks, were 3 words. "See you soon."